Good afternoon, WICR, and welcome back to Roommate Rivalry. Alongside me, as always, Petey, Joe, and Ann. How we doing, guys?
How's it going?
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing real fantastic. I ended up not coming in last place in fantasy football, so I'm having a potentially. Unless Mike Wallace has the game of his career tonight, I will have avoided the wall, the dreaded wall.
Let's go, Mike Wallace.
Yeah, and the whole room is cheering for Mike Wallace, Dolphins fans aside. But we're going to start things off today with our Ranger Rush. The boys are pretty excited. Their team has been playing well, and we're going to let them handle that from here.
All right, so since last time we did the Ranger Rush, the Rangers have beaten Philadelphia twice. 2-0. No, wait. Yeah, the 3-0 and 5-2, which is big wins because conference game. But we also lost to Tampa Bay. Rick Nash is also playing the best hockey. 8th in the league in points at 25, 8 behind the leader, which isn't too bad. And he's 2nd in the league in goals at 16, 2 behind Tyler Seguin. So, he's playing really good hockey. Hopefully we step it up tonight and finally beat the Lightning. And Callahan hopefully doesn't have the usual game that he has against the Rangers. And that's about it. Let's go Rangers.
Basically, the Rangers have been doing good. They got 4 points total from this week, so that's pretty good.
It's big time.
And McDonough, he's been stepping up. He has 2 assists out of these 2 games. He's big part of our defense, and we're gonna need it against the hot Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, and Stamkos. So let's keep doing it.
Yeah,
that's it.
All right, yeah, let's go Rangers. But now we're gonna switch it over to what grinds your gears. This long Thanksgiving weekend full of sports has managed to, as always, find the bad side of someone's weekend. And I personally, if you guys don't mind, would like to start it off.
So, I got the timer.
Because luckily, I was able to win my match in fantasy, but there is just one particular thing that I am not okay with.
Set, go.
You look wrong. Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees. Did they break up? Drew has a day against the Steelers. Goes ahead and throws 5 touchdown passes. I don't almost know anyone these passes to. Anyone. And somehow, he throws the ball to Graham for not only 0 touchdowns, 0. Jimmy Graham was the first overall pick for me. He was the best last year by a lot. His only competition ever was Gronk, who right now obviously is better. But Jimmy Graham doesn't have a single solitary reception. They still won, so clearly he's irrelevant. Apparently he's just some form of does not matter. Football team. Apparently Drew Brees simply just needs someone with a pair of hands, and that'll get the job done, and it is completely irrelevant who it actually is. I don't understand how he does not catch one pass. Did you say time's up?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm very upset about that, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Me and him are not on good
that's
terms.
crazy. Not even 1 catch.
Like, he threw 5 touchdown passes. I would assume he would get 1, but he didn't even get a regular catch. Like, not even a nice little 5-yard out.
Yeah.
Tell you, he's a decoy.
He was playing, right?
Yeah, he was. Couldn't even hand the ball off to Mark Ingram. Get me a point there. But that's what grind my gears.
Nice. Who's up next? Who wants to go next?
Any volunteers?
No. Anyone else? All right, so Ant.
All right, I'll go.
All right, Pete, go.
All right, something that really grinds my gears
All right, ready? Go.
is Ryan Callahan.
Oh, boy.
This guy has 2 goals in each of the last 2 times we played the Lightning, and he also had assist in the second time we played him. Like, are you kidding me? Ryan Callahan. Guy can't even remember the last time he put up 2 goals for the Rangers, and he puts up 4 goals against us in 2 games on the Lightning. Are you kidding me? Like, it gets me so angry. Guy's like almost irrelevant the whole regular season, and then just once he plays the New York Rangers up, this is when he decides to step up.
You shouldn't have got rid of your captain. That was weird.
Aren't you a Ranger fan?
Yeah, but I mean,
So what are you saying?
I don't put myself. That would be disrespectful to put myself in the same category as you two. Like it just so that's
They need
why.
to do something.
But I don't know. Like
They try to make.
I don't know. That like
No, I would have done that trade. I mean, if you,
Mark St. Louis. Mark St. Louis is just.
he's the reason why we won that,
He's a
that
veteran.
the Pittsburgh series.
I understand all this. I'm not saying it didn't work out. I just to me it's still mind-boggling that they traded the captain.
Well, I
Like-
mean, it was either trade him or just he was not going to sign back, and we don't get anything from him. So we got St. Louis.
Weren't there talks about him signing back after they traded him?
Yeah, but if we would have just left him, he would have just not been with us, and we wouldn't have got St. Louis from him. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
he was asking for way too much
So we
money,
could
too.
so we got St. Louis, and we still could have got him back the next year, but he didn't want to come back. So that just shows, and I think we did the better deal.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think we
St.
got
Louis is
the-
a veteran.
the
He
good
knows
side
how to
of
play.
it,
He
the better side of
has
it.
won, and look, we went to Stanley Cup, and he's doing good this year. So,
Go Rangers.
and you want to go next?
No grinds, my gears.
What?
Josh Brown, the Giants kicker. You know, he missed a 43-yard field goal. Plain and simple. It's in the third quarter. It's not like it was a big part of the game right at that point. He goes 10 for 10 before this throughout the year. And now he decides to miss, like, a field goal we kind of needed, but, like, you know, as
Kinda.
the biggest point of the game. Obviously, they practice these, like, like, come on. I mean, if you practice this all day, just make the field goal. 43, I feel like that's, like, average for most guys in the league.
Yeah.
You had one job.
Yo, but you know what the crazy thing about it is?
blew it.
He was 10 for 10, so that means the Giants from week 1 to 13 only attempted 10 field goals.
What?
He's 10 for 10, Josh Brown, right?
10 for 11 now.
On the year in field goals. So that means from week 1 to 13, he only attempted 10 field goals.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
That's terrible.
That's not true.
That's horrible. That
Yeah.
means your team's not getting even kind of close to like field goal range.
Yeah. No. Apparently their whole game
A lot of
plan
turnovers
is
in the red zone.
Like that's horrible.
it's unacceptable.
10 field goals?
Well, maybe that explains why he missed it. He hasn't had. Or usually the
Like,
in-game
10 field
situation.
goals? Guys, he does that in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
He put up 20 points against me 1 week in fantasy. It's not even kind of acceptable. That's like 1 year for Josh Brown, apparently. That's like a year. It's like his entire career Gostkowski does in 2 weeks. That's atrocious.
Joe, what grinds your gears, buddy?
You know, a lot of things grind my gears this week. I'm gonna say the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders grind my gears. You know why? Because last Thursday they played the best game of their season. They're at home Thursday night against Kansas City Chiefs. They're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we're 0-10 right now. Maybe we could get one. Play the best game. Derek Carr did great. They had Latavius Murray, running back, had a 100-yard game. Defense holding up. Justin Tuck. They're all happy. This week they play the Rams. The Rams are 4-7. They're like, yeah, you know what? We just beat the Chiefs. 7-4 team. What happens? They get spanked by the Rams.
52-0.
50.
Had
The
the Rams
Rams scored
defense.
38 first half points, a franchise record. Spanked Oakland. Then they sit Derek Carr and they put Schaub out there and they're like, you know what, Schaub, you get a chance.
Here's the definition of a pick six.
Pick six. Like how do you play such a great game against the Chiefs and then lose to the Rams 52-0?
The Rams
that
are
just
nice.
pisses me off. Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you guys even a franchise? And then the Chiefs should just be sitting in their chairs, just not even saying anything. Honestly, because how do they lose?
I think back when Schwab was with the Texans, like a nearby restaurant, like named a sandwich like the pick six, like after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Like
was
4 or 5 straight games with a pick six.
Look, that's not even like that's horrible. That's atrocious.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
That's not a recipe to
Goes
win.
out to the Oakland Raiders.
Good for them, though. Good for them. They try. Kinda.
Do they?
Why 52-0?
You know what's sad though?
We
That's
could,
like-
we
that's
could go
like-
out there and
I'm not saying,
try.
all right, we won our
The
only game.
Rams,
Now let's just
the
chill.
Rams have a 52-0 win, and also beat both teams that were in the Super Bowl last year.
And they're 5-7.
That's actually like impressive. And they're considered like trash, though, probably by most people.
No.
So
I-
by most
I
people.
think the Rams are not.
I
bad.
don't think they're that good.
I don't think they're
like
bad.
it's just weird though. Like they're 5-7, but if you look at their victories, like, and they play teams good. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just to me why the NFL is just such a weird weird. I don't know the exact word, but like
Yeah.
anything can happen.
No, but you can say it about college football. Anything happens in college football.
College basketball.
But I think to me, I think it's more surprising in the NFL because I think upsets are less predictable or like
professionals.
likely.
No, I don't think that's true.
Really?
Yeah,
I think every single week in college you'll always have like some crazy form of upset. Like there's always
but-
something crazy that happens in college football because like to me like college football is just so unexpected.
So wait, what are you trying to say?
I think NFL is just like
More what?
like it to me like it's more consistent.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I thought you were saying there's more like surprises and like upsets in the NFL.
No. I don't think there's more surprises. I think that the things that are surprising are like more of a shock factor.
Oh yeah.
I think that to me is like
because I would say like college football, there's a lot of upsets.
yeah, there's a lot of upsets, but like it's like it's not that often like Alabama loses to a team that's like
never happens.
outside of the SEC or like a bad team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
But meanwhile, like the
It's crazy when
Broncos
they
go and
lose.
lose to the Rams,
crazy when they
like that,
lose.
and that's just really unexpected. But that was my point there. We are now going to shift over though to the college football scene. We're coming down the end. It's getting real close to what's going to be the very very first college football playoffs. The AP came out with their top 25. They have their top 4, which is pretty much what everyone's looking at. In order, they have Alabama State, Florida State.
Alabama State.
I meant Alabama. I apologize. Thank you, Ann. They have Alabama, Florida State, Oregon, TCU, and then they round out the top 10 with Baylor, Ohio State, Michigan State, Arizona, Kansas State, and then at 10, Mississippi State, following their loss to Ole Miss. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go around one by one, giving what we feel our top 4 should be in order. If you agree with how the AP has it as of right now, or if you do not, I feel at number 1, I actually think that it should be Oregon. I don't know. I find them to be the better team. They have a more high-powered offense. Their defense is no slouch. And also, because I do believe they'll redeem themselves and beat Arizona, which to me, they have that one loss, but they would have beaten the team who they did lose to, which I think would look really good on their resume. And I just think as a team, Oregon's better. I think they have the best player in all of college football with Marcus Mariota, 36 touchdowns and 2 picks on the year. That's insane numbers. 2, I do have Roll Tide. I have Bama. I think that's well deserved. They played a very close game against Ole Miss during the year, and they were not, far away from being the an undefeated number 1 seed. At 3, even though they have no idea what it means to blow a team out, Florida State, because they're the defending champs, they're undefeated. That's pretty much the recipe for that formula. And at 4, even though I'm not their biggest fan, I have TCU. But to be honest, if Baylor can beat Kansas State next week, the number 12 Kansas State team, I think they deserve that spot. And the only reason I actually don't give Baylor the edge is because they won by a score of 48-46 over an unranked Texas Tech team. And if they would have been able to come away with a more impressive victory, then I would have put them there, considering they actually, as of right now, have the best offense in football, college football. So that is my top 4.
Quickly, I think it's good. I'm just gonna switch it up. I'm gonna put Alabama first. I feel like Alabama played a tougher schedule than Oregon, and then they still have. Who's Oregon playing the last game? Arizona.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gonna be a big game for them because obviously, they lost to them. But I still feel like Alabama played tougher teams, and they are a good. I think they deserve the number 1 spot. Number 2, I'm gonna give it to Oregon. Then, Oregon, good team. They only lost to Arizona. They got to redeem themselves this coming week. And then number 3, even though I don't want to give it to them, but it's at Florida State. I mean, they're undefeated still. They haven't lost yet. They won last year. You have to put them up there somewhere, so I'm going to put them 3. And then 4, I'm going to give it to TCU. I feel like TCU is the better team for the spot. I mean, Baylor, I don't know. They don't play. They play like they score a lot, but I feel like they give a lot of points up. And yeah, I think TCU is just in the 4th spot. So that's mine.
I got Roll Tide at 1,
of course.
Oregon 2, Florida State 3, and I got Baylor 4. Because didn't Baylor beat TCU?
Yes, they did.
So I feel like they should jump them.
Wait, who's one? Alabama. And you put Oregon
Roll
there.
Tide. Oregon 2, Florida State 3, Baylor 4.
Relatively basic logic.
Yeah, everyone basically.
Or
You put
or-
Oregon first. I was really going
or even call me crazy.
crazy.
Ohio State could make a case for that. Listen,
Obviously.
if they beat Wisconsin this week,
Well, absolutely,
I think
they
it depends how
can
the
make a
quarterback
case, but I think that they're in a world of trouble with their quarterback going down.
if they come away with that win, they can make a case for number 4.
I think they can
I
make.
think if their quarterback throws like 2 or 3 interceptions and still win, they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, because I don't think that they're gonna put him in. Because I don't think they're gonna like kind of have faith in their guys in a way. If it's like if they screech the win away,
They could make a case for number
yeah, they absolutely could. And
All right, number 1, going Walsh, Oregon, most complete and most dominant team in the land, no doubt. They do have the best player in all of college football in Mariota. Number 2, Florida State.
wow,
They just win. I mean that's all you have to say for them. They just win. They doesn't matter if they're losing by 21 or whatever. They just win. Jameis Winston's just a winner. He hasn't lost a college football game ever. We gotta give him credit sometime. And 3, Alabama. I think I don't trust Blake Sims because if he didn't have Amari Cooper,
But he has them. Don't worry.
it doesn't matter.
He
I
has
don't
him.
trust him because in the late games, if he doesn't have Amari Cooper, he's done.
But he has them.
He hasn't, but like.
but if he gets locked up, he's saying he's in
If
big
I have
time
a close
trouble.
game, I'd rather have Winston and Mariota, obviously. And that's why I don't trust him at all.
It's never a close game. Alabama. Let's be real.
They're always
Yeah,
in
it
close
is.
games.
Honestly,
They're
if you
just in
look
a
at
close game.
Alabama's schedule, they are
so
not
good.
they're not those dominant Alabama teams. They're playing closer games. And before I wanted to mention this because you said that they've had a tougher schedule. As of right now, they have played 3 teams that are still ranked, as opposed to Oregon, who I believe has played 4. Because Texas A&M is not ranked, or
played Mississippi State,
or LSU.
Alabama, which was number 1 at the time.
Okay, but like that's
Everyone knew
fine,
Mississippi
not at the
State
time,
was- had their faults.
but no one even believed that Mississippi State.
They were number 1 though. They
Okay,
beat the number one
but
team.
they're not the best team. They're not the number 1
Alabama was
team.
favored that game.
Like if Oregon would have played them, Oregon I'm 100% sure would have beat them.
No.
You can't say
Yes.
that.
But to me, like
say that.
I don't think that you should give a team credit for beating the number 1 team when they don't finish
They
number
beat the
1.
number one team.
You don't beat
Florida
the,
State's undefeated, but I think they could be
Number 4.
beaten by Oregon and Alabama,
of course.
and people still put them number 1. So like,
No, but what I'm saying is Mississippi. What like at the end of the season, those rankings to me matter more than when you played a team week 4 and they were ranked like in the top 10 because
Yeah, of
like
course.
that's what the
they
preseason
didn't play
said.
them week 4 though. They played them pretty deep into the schedule.
But I understand that. But to me, like Mississippi State's final place on the rankings will be a reflection of that team as a whole instead of what they did prior to then. Because a lot of their things is they beat Texas A&M because Texas A&M, but they're not ranked anymore. They beat LSU, but LSU is not ranked anymore. Like Texas A&M credibility, I mean Mississippi State's credibility as a number 1 team is less because you look at the teams who they got all that credit for. Those teams are not considered good anymore. LSU is not that LSU who everyone is. It's not it's not Baton Rouge. No one was really that scared of LSU this year. And although Alabama did play them close, Texas A&M they started off the year. Kenny Football, he had 2 good games. He's obviously not Johnny Manziel because that team took a dive for the worst.
Okay, but who was Florida State playing?
But I'm making the case for
Florida State playing,
Oregon.
but I'm just saying, who's Florida State playing?
But Florida State is undefeated.
But who they playing? They playing no one.
I understand that.
They playing no one
and-
too.
and
So
they're-
you could just say the same
Okay,
thing
you
as
could
Alabama.
have said the same thing last year. They played no one.
You could say the same thing as Alabama though. They played Alabama's playing better teams than Florida State, but you're
Okay,
saying
that's
they're
why I
not-
have
okay,
them
but you're not
above
saying-
them.
Okay, but you're saying that Alabama's really not playing as good teams, even though they beat Mississippi State, which is number 1. You know they beat them.
And Auburn, Iron Bowl.
I mean, you can say the same thing as Florida State. Florida State is undefeated because they're playing easy teams.
But that's
They're
the
still up there.
point.
They're still number 3.
But that's the point. 9 times out of 10, if you're the undefeated defending national champions, you're the 1 seed. But since they're not playing as
because they're
anywhere
not
near,
as good.
exactly my point.
But Alabama
They're not
is-
playing the same
Alabama
level of
is good,
competition.
though.
That's
Alabama is good.
I'm not saying bad. I'm saying that Oregon's better, and that that you saying they play tougher opponents is something that you assume because they're in the SEC. But when you truly look at it, Oregon's schedule is just as tough. It is just straight up there.
They played UCLA. Are they ranked?
Yes.
What are they? What are they? I'm just asking.
I have the ranking right
What are
here.
they right now?
UCLA is 16.
Okay.
They were 8 last.
It's because they lost,
Okay.
which is my point
They played
exactly.
Utah. What's Utah?
25
Okay.
or 24.
I mean, I would say they also played Michigan State, but Michigan State's not even like ranked. Right?
Michigan State 7.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
and they spanked Michigan State.
Yeah.
Spanked them real bad.
I thought Michigan State dropped down a lot.
No. You know what they did? They got spanked by Oregon, and then everyone forgot about it, and they were like, it's all right."
Alabama is great. They're gonna win it this year.
No, this is not a great Alabama team. Yeah, well, that didn't even happen yet. Go
I
ahead.
know you're
man.
number 4.
Yeah, we know who your number 4 is.
Alright, so I had...
Unless I fall out my chair.
Change it, then.
Oregon, FSU, Bama. 4, it's only because JT Barrett actually got hurt. I would have had Ohio State, but it's TCU. And I honestly believe that if TCU doesn't have a great game and possibly lose, that and Arizona plays a great game and loses, that Arizona could be 4.
Yeah.
If they lose.
I said that to Wolf.
If they win, but if they play Alabama, if they play Oregon really close but lose, I think they can make a case for 4.
I don't
Wait,
think so.
it's
That'd be a
17.
third loss on a season.
Wait. Not to change anything, but I just realized it. Okay, Marshall was ranked this week.
Yeah, they lost.
That
Marshall-
was this past week.
Marshall was ranked. Because remember how we were saying they weren't
Yeah.
ranked? So the first game that they're ranked, they lose?
No, wait, did they make it into the college? Oh, yeah, they did make it into the college. Yeah, that was the first time.
game
Yeah, and they lost.
were ranked, they
Yeah,
lost?
and they choked it.
Wow, that's sad. I just thought that was funny. I just saw it right now.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Arizona could do that if they lose. If they win, I think that they deserve
If Arizona
4.
beats Oregon,
Yeah. I think they would deserve
then
4.
Oregon's going to be out of it.
But see, that's
I'm
what.
just saying,
Yeah,
that's
see,
like- I just saying,
I wanted.
that's like
I
a
wanted to
bold
give a couple
prediction.
hypotheticals here because
That's
I think there
I
are
was gonna say I
a
don't
couple
think
interesting
Oregon would
things.
be in it if they lose to Arizona.
If they lose to
Yeah.
Arizona, you don't think they could make
Oregon,
the case to be
I
in?
I don't think
this
you
team
could
that
have.
only lost one game.
I don't think you have a 2-loss team in there.
That's not
But
bad.
Arizona's a 2-loss team, and if they beat Oregon, I would assume you're going to put them in, right?
But that's because they
Okay,
beat
but if
Oregon.
Arizona,
Oregon
but if
twice.
Arizona, yeah, exactly. If Arizona is to get in, it's because they beat Oregon twice, and they're going to be the only 2 team, the team that.
So
has 2
automatically,
losses.
I believe Arizona should just because they beat Oregon should jump them.
So you think Oregon, unless I guess all the rest of the teams were to lose, would have virtually no chance of getting in if they do lose to Arizona?
No, because then how's that even? Because don't Arizona and Oregon play like the same schedules anyway?
I mean, they're kind of similar. I
So
think
I'm
they're
saying,
on
so if Arizona, the games they lost, did they lose a lot of games?
they lost 2 games. I don't have.
Games. It's 10-2.
Yeah, I'll
The
pull
number
it up.
8
It's a
right now.
USC, an unranked USC, and UCLA.
Yeah. Who Oregon did spank you? So
I don't know. It's tough to say because if they do beat Oregon, that's twice they beat Oregon.
Which is
Give
why.
them the credit.
And that's the thing, because then you would think if they both have 2 losses, but Arizona beat them twice, you have to give Arizona the edge over them. But okay, could you then do a 2-loss Arizona team jump FSU, even if FSU finishes undefeated?
No way.
Can't do that.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Even if they beat
balls?
Oregon
No,
twice?
That would be wrong. That
No,
would,
it's not gonna
that'd be criminal.
Alabama will stay, and then they'll move up to 2.
If
I-
TCU wins in dominant fashion and Baylor beats 12th ranked Kansas State, does Baylor jump
And who
TCU?
Oh, if
Yeah.
Baylor beats who?
Baylor beats 12th ranked Kansas State, regardless of how they win.
Okay.
And TCU still wins in a dominant fashion. I think they're playing like a scrub team.
Honestly, I
They'll give it to TCU just because, like you said, they dominated.
But to me, they play the same schedules.
They play the same schedule, but TCU's been doing better with that schedule.
I don't. Oh, they've been dominating. They've
been dominating.
They haven't scored under 47 points
Oh.
since they lost.
That's domination.
Baylor. They put up the most
Then they
points
gave
in the
46
entire
to
nation.
Texas Tech.
Don't get me started on defense, and TCU gave up 61 points to Baylor.
Okay, that's the only game you guys have against TCU.
It's the only game I need.
But that's
No,
the most
you need a
important.
lot more than
That's
that.
the most important
Okay,
game,
then
man.
why are they saying TCU's over them since that's the only game you need?
I don't know. I don't work there.
Exactly, that's
But
what you
isn't I mean,
No,
to me, that should be the most important game when you're deciding 2 teams who are so similar, who play virtually the same schedule.
I don't know why.
Then why are you saying that's the only thing you need?
Because Baylor should jump TCU because Baylor beat TCU and put up a 61 burger on them. That's exactly why.
I mean, we're gonna have to see about that,
It's only
honestly.
the 5th game of the year.
I don't make the schedule.
That's almost proves his point too. Like earlier in the year, some things just don't matter as much.
Well, the head-to-head matchup is completely different. What I'm saying is that the end of the year rankings prove more because, like, coming into the year, like, you have all these teams where in their preseason ranks, and like, I mean, that only does so much.
And plus, didn't Baylor's QB just get a concussion too?
Don't know.
Baylor's QB.
Bryce Petty.
I don't even know.
He's nice.
I didn't hear about that. But Ant, do you have the schedule of the games that are coming up so we can make these predictions?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Number 11, Arizona versus number 2 Oregon in a neutral site. Number 1, Bama versus number 17 Missouri, also neutral site. Number 12 Kansas State versus number 7 Baylor. The number 3 Florida State versus number 16 Georgia Tech, neutral site. And number 14 Wisconsin versus number 6 Ohio State, neutral site. And Iowa State versus number 5 TCU.
So we're picking?
Yeah.
So it was the first game, Arizona versus Oregon?
Mhm.
Who are you going with, Walsh?
I got Oregon in dominant fashion. They are just in such a stride, and Mariota's just absolutely murking it.
Oregon.
Yeah, I feel like Oregon's going to get their revenge.
Because I want to see him in the playoff. I finally want to see the Alabama.
Well, they want to be in
Oregon
the playoffs, so I mean,
championship.
that's the reason why they're going to do it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean they're. I mean,
they lose Arizona again. That's just
Yeah, I mean they're shocked.
Oregon's gonna kill them, really bad. And Bama versus
Man.
Missouri.
Bama.
I looked at Missouri. They're like, I'm not saying they're bad,
I'm going
but
Alabama.
they're not like they haven't played like a lot of great like actually.
Alabama just
SEC
came off
teams.
a big win against
Yeah,
the
Bama.
Kick 6 team that they kept watching the replay this whole year,
Yeah,
and then they just beat them. So now they're feeling good, and they're gonna do it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Bama.
think Bama will win, but I don't know. This Missouri team's like kind of unknown. That's why.
I'm not saying they're gonna blow. I just think they're just gonna win it. That's it.
I think Bama will handle them very, very easily.
Kansas State versus Baylor.
Baylor.
I'm gonna go with Baylor. 'Cause
I don't think they can
points.
shut that offense down.
They
Baylor.
put up points.
Yeah, I'll go Baylor. And I don't know too much about Kansas State.
Nice.
Florida State versus Georgia Tech.
FSU.
Biggest game of Jameis Winston's career.
Georgia Tech.
Well, I would say
Well, all right, obviously the
This
national
year.
champions or whatever, but I'm saying like this is real big for him as a draft stock, and I mean his legacy, and I mean that is the definition of a man who gets the job done. Even if the team around him helps him, like he threw 3 first-quarter interceptions, but as a
And then he
team
turns it
they
around,
just
too.
win. It's not even like I don't want to say
It's
like
like
Jameis
coaching.
Winston won last week.
Great
It's just
coaching.
as a team they get the job done.
He's looking at me because he just knows that.
Well, no, because I have the image in my head of you saying that Jameis Winston
Because
is
Jameis
not
Winston
good.
did not win the
He's
game.
not
for them.
good?
He did not win the game for them last
What
week.
does that have to do with him being good?
No, he did not win the game for them. He played a terrible game and didn't win the game for Florida State. He threw a pick 5 yard on the 5-yard line. Next play, the guy in Florida drops and the defense gets a pick 6. That's not
Not
Jameis
bad.
Winston.
You know what I gotta do.
It's the team. He didn't do. Look at his stats. What he had 100-something yards with 4 intos. Maybe he had 2 touchdowns or something like that. A touchdown, but I mean as a quarterback on a 12-0 team, you're supposed to do something, and he didn't do it.
I just want to quickly give a semi-shout out to our roommate Jay Reen, John Garino, because he mentioned something before when we were sitting in the room, and it was like it's not likely, but it was kind of like curious to think about.
What?
He said that he's convinced Jameis Winston is shaving points to keep games close.
Are we
And-
really talking about this?
And look, I'm not saying it's
Are we really
happening.
talking about this?
I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
The kid's always in trouble. They dominated everyone they played last year, and they cannot seem to blow out any of these teams who have no business being
Last
on the
year was
field with
completely
them.
different.
Yeah, I feel like
That defense was so much better, and he had Calvin
and he
Benjamin.
had Kelvin Benjamin, who was a beast.
Okay, but if he is as good as he's supposed to be, he just seems to be staring down the cornerbacks that he's throwing these picks to.
That is.
New top.
Look,
I'm
honestly,
just saying,
honestly,
I wouldn't be
bring this up.
surprised.
honestly,
would you be surprised?
Walsh, honestly,
Yeah,
there's
so
2 things you
why
can
would
say.
you bring this up?
No, there's 2 things
Because
you can say.
it was.
Well, it's not relevant because
Yes, it is relevant.
It's not relevant.
Walsh.
It's 100% relevant. We're talking about Jameis Winston and the Florida State Seminoles.
GCD, hold on.
It's not relevant.
There's 2 things you can say. Shaving points, or he's not playing good. That's
Facts.
it.
Facts.
So if people are saying he's shaving points, and they're just not facing the fact that either he's not playing good this year,
Not bad.
or he's shaving points. And honestly,
I'm just saying, I was just giving credit to Johnny saying something that I genuinely would not be shocked by.
I'm with you on that one, Walsh. I
I'm
wouldn't be
not
shocked
shocked.
by it.
The kid stole crab legs.
I don't think he would do that.
He's stealing crab legs. He'll do anything for money.
He's been in more. Honestly, he's been in more trouble than Johnny Manziel, and I thought that was impossible.
He already won. The only reason I can say that too, because he already won the championship. So he's like, all right, I got that already. He has the Heisman, right?
If he blows out whoever he plays in the college football playoffs, then he was shaving points.
You think so?
Then I won't even question it. Then I know he was shaving points.
Wait, if he does great, like him himself, not just a team like they did against Florida.
Like if he dogs Bama,
300 yards or something.
He's not dogging Bama.
If he dogs points.
You think so?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Come on.
it's not a bad. It's
not ridiculous. As much as as viewers of the show, you guys don't really know John Garino unless you do know John Garino, and if you do know John Garino, then you have to understand like the
John
context.
Garino will tell you Brett Favre's still playing in the NFL.
Yeah, John Garino will tell you that right now. The leading touchdown thrower in the league is Kobe Bryant, and he mean it too. But I'm just saying, I just thought it was an interesting statement.
Yeah.
Sorry to upset you, Ant.
All right, so who they playing this week?
They're
Florida.
playing Georgia Tech, and they're going.
Who do you got?
I got FSU.
FSU. Who do you got?
FSU.
Who you got? FSU. Okay, we got
Well,
it. All right,
First of all, why can't you let me speak?
Go.
No, I'm not talking.
All right, I got. Next.
All right, next.
I don't know.
Come on.
Wisconsin,
Oh,
Ohio State.
Look at Pete taking over. Pete runs the
Hey, he's
segment.
giving me the look. Look at him.
I gotta go. I gotta go with Wisconsin.
Melvin Gordon is going to run all over Ohio
He
State.
almost got hurt.
Yeah, but he didn't. He's fine. He's going to run all over him.
And you want to go?
Best
Or
running back in
go.
college football.
Yes.
No one's disagreeing.
I thought Ann was Todd Gurley.
He is the best.
No.
Why is he not? Why can't I say he's the best running back?
Look at the numbers.
Really? You're really gonna go numbers when this kid's been out?
Oh, you shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to make you defend something. Just like we made him defend.
What?
I'll wait.
Just like I defended what?
You
Just like we made you defend
sense.
the Andrew Luck elite thing.
I did.
You did your best.
That literally makes no sense.
He is elite.
All right, we're not talking. Move on. Go.
Okay.
The next one.
No, defend yourself.
Oh. He's really good. Oh.
Wow.
If you look at his numbers,
kid's on the
over 100 yards rushing.
This kid's on the show.
Over 100 yards rushing every game.
You're fired.
It's you just edit in a 400 yard.
I'm bringing Jack Attack Logan down to the show next time.
Why? You guys don't think he's the best running back in the league?
No, I do.
I just said he averages over 100 yards.
You defending it by saying he's really good, Pete. You're better.
Kid, I was.
Pete, you're better than that.
The numbers.
Pete, you're
Here's the numbers. Let's hear
Pete,
it.
what up?
Alright,
Pete, you're better than
How many
that.
touchdowns does he have this year?
getting him.
I didn't even know.
Look up
Alright,
Let's see this.
He has
He leads
2,260
the
yards.
college football in the rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. He is the best running back in college football this year. That
why I said look at the
is
numbers.
Let him defend himself. Let him defend
Googling
himself.
it doesn't help.
I'm not googling it. This guy's averaging 8 yards a
Let him
pop.
defend. Is your name Pete?
He's averaging 8
Is your name
yards a
Pete
pop.
Celebrity?
We're starting to talk about the whole NFL.
Ant. What's Gurley?
He's playing 6 games, girly, right?
Okay, let's hit
He's
it.
averaging 8
Nine.
yards a
6
carry.
games. Whoa.
Shut your mouth.
Say it again.
That's
6 games.
crazy.
6
Six
games.
games.
911 yards. 9
6
touchdowns.
games.
Hmm?
Hey, Sadang, how many touchdowns?
9 in 6 games.
26.
It's 26.
He's over 2,000 yards. He's averaging 8 yards an attempt. 8 yards. You're telling me that
He's
you
averaging
could give him the
7.
ball
Every
like
play and he
like
He's averaging
15
seven.
times
He's
and
averaging
he'll
7.
score.
He's averaging 7.
Gurley was averaging 7, so
Yeah.
you can say.
That-
I feel
that's
That's a whole yard.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's big time right there.
But he also has 900 yards in 6 games.
He's 2,000.
Yeah, but how many
He's
games
going
he
for
played?
he's going for the record.
No,
right?
I'm not saying Melvin Gordon's like. I'm not saying he's bad, but I feel like Todd Gurley at the time when they were playing, I think he was doing better than
I don't know.
Gordon.
I don't agree.
I mean, obviously now Melvin Gordon is good. He's the number 1, but I feel like Gurley was
So
doing really
good.
good. He was putting up a lot of numbers, and he was more recognized too. But now
He was recognized
Gordon-
because he was better.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now Gordon's getting his recognition.
All right.
Move on next.
Are there
wait, who we taking?
are there more games?
No, wait, who we
Oh,
taking?
I got Wisconsin.
I'm going Wisconsin too.
I'm going I think Ohio State, 'cause I think they're a great team, honestly. I don't think it was just JT Barrett. I mean, he did great, but I think that overall, that's like such a complete team under Urban Meyer. I think they're gonna be more motivated, honestly, because they know
how much the game means.
They know how much, yeah, obviously, and the weight on like everyone's shoulders is a little more, and they're gonna perform to that level.
Wisconsin.
I just think it's next to impossible to throw a quarterback in for his first game in that type of situation and just handle it so smoothly. Unless this kid's the absolute definition of the real deal.
He could be. I just think Urban Meyer just does wonders, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're definitely. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it's TCU versus Iowa State.
I'm gonna go with the upset. No, TCU.
Iowa State.
Any good?
All right.
Why?
Because they're really good.
Why? What? Name a guy on Iowa State first.
Nah, I'm just feeling an upset right now. I don't know. Just feeling it. Wait. Where's the game?
You're just feeling because you want Baylor to be number 4.
Where's the game? Where's the game?
It's at TCU.
All right. Iowa State 2-9. They're coming away with a win tonight.
2-9. Why is this game even?
They're 0-8 in the Big 12. They gotta win. They do.
They're 0-8 in the Big 12. And they got
Although TCU is minus 32, but I'm still going Iowa State.
They average giving up like 8 points a game.
They're gonna get like 50.
If TCU doesn't score 45, that's a bad day.
If they win next week, I'm gonna come on.
You listen. I want just write on a white T-shirt Iowa State and just come in and say there it in.
Let Petey have his own show.
You okay?
I just heard something over there. All right, we're good.
Okay, back to sport. Let Petey have his own show if they win. That's what I'll do.
Because I just picked the fire picks. That's why.
I don't even know anyone on Iowa State.
Do you?
Do you know what Iowa
No,
State?
but we're not picking
Do you know what Iowa State's name is? Like, what's their
The
team
Cyclones.
name?
Body like a cyclone.
Look at who they played.
Yeah, you probably. Yeah.
I know them from basketball. They had some guy OD nice at basketball.
Samby Richardson, that's their quarterback, right?
All right, so.
All right, we're going to take a very, very quick break, and then we're going to come back and get into this NFL talk. So stay with us here on WSR. You're listening to Roommate Rivalry.